Parents, I'd like to take a few minutes here to visit with you about fall sports here at Holy Cross and what that will look like, and then also some things that I need for you to kind of be thinking about as we move forward in that. First off, we are planning at the moment to have both our fall sports. That would be volleyball for the girls and soccer for the boys. Obviously, things can change very quickly, and those are some of the kind of the realities of the moment. But I just wanted to let you know that as of now, as I'm making this recording, both of those are still planning on taking place. Also, I want you to be aware of that we're going to do everything. I'm going to do everything I can, and our coaches will do everything we can to make those experiences for those who wish to participate as safe as possible. Obviously, there's nothing we can do that's going to guarantee 100% safety, but like I said, we'll be doing all that we can to try to make those who do decide to wish to participate in sports to have a great experience and to be safe as well. I know it can be somewhat concerning to parents, about having their child participate in sports and not just being around people here from Holy Cross, but other schools and parents and fans and things like that. And so if also want to make sure that you are totally being supported if you would choose. Maybe this year your child has played sports in the past, and this year you feel it might be in the best interest for them not to participate. We totally understand that as well. And that's not a problem at all with that as well. I know I have some concerns, as we get back to school, both for here at Holy Cross and then Anna over at Trinity, Matthew up at K-State, and Katie beginning her teaching up at Isley with how everything will look and their safety. And so I would totally understand if you would make that decision for your child not to participate. Like I said, for both of those sports, we have a number of things that we're going to do to try to improve the safety of it. Lots of extra cleaning and sanitizing of all the equipment will take place before each practice. We'll make sure everything is cleaned and from that standpoint ready to go. There are some other things I'll be visiting with coaches about to try to make it so that that those that are out are practicing in a safe manner. With that, obviously with soccer, we get a lot of bigger area there, so that can be used to their advantage. But even in the gym, trying to do some things in there to try to keep things spread out and people not congregating together in case something would come up. Also, the leagues are going to be following some guidelines that have been set to try to make the games as safe as possible. Both in terms of how just the physical arrangements of the gym and the soccer field, some of the things with that as well. So you will, when you come to games or when games are taking place, they'll look quite a bit different than what they have in the past. Once again, all designed to try to make things as safe for your child as they can possibly be. I won't go into all the details on that because some of those details are still being worked out. But just be assured that once again we'll be following the guidelines that the city of Wichita, Sedgwick County, and the state of Kansas have put forward for sports and for those types of things to take place. And so I just want you to be aware that we'll be doing that as well. And once again, I will make sure that once we get closer to a season start, and I'll get that information out to you once we have some of those things finalized. With that, I've been in meeting with both or in contact with both the CSAL sports athletic commissioner and going over some of those. We've reviewed with him and he sent out to us copies of the State High School Activities Association guidelines. The CSAL and the Catholic Diocese here in town have been meeting to even decide if they want to place even some additional guidelines on top of those out there. KCAA, once again, I've emailed the various athletic directors of those schools, and we're in the process of looking to see exactly just what the season will be like and what that is. A few other details here just real quickly. Right now the plan is for practices for our sports to begin that week that we return to school. August 31st will be the first week that practices will take place. Once again, I'll be meeting with coaches to get the exact days that they're planning on practices, things like that. Soccer will have a somewhat basically kind of a regular scheduled season. We're having to make some adjustments because of our later start date on when some games have been scheduled, but we will get that out to you. The CSAL for volleyball, they'll have the first matches. Matches are still planning on having them take place on Saturdays, as they have in the past. Usually 2 matches of Saturdays, and so their plan is to have 5 Saturdays of volleyball with no postseason tournament or anything like that going on. We'll be hosting 3 of those Saturdays here at Holy Cross, and once again, we'll be doing everything that we can to try to make those as safe as possible for that, as well as when we have our home soccer games here too. The main thing that I'm needing to make sure from you at the moment, if your child is planning to participate, a couple of things. Number one, I need to have numbers fairly shortly. We will be having to turn into the CSAL what teams we plan on having this year. Will we have a team at each grade level, or we're going to have to combine some, and I won't know that until I know numbers as well. Soccer, once again, I need to know numbers just to make sure that we have enough out, and then the other schools are kind of in those. So if you could let me know. I know I did get some back for volleyball earlier this summer when we thought we're going to have that decision and teams in earlier. They have delayed that with the delayed in the start of school. And I know some of the people that emailed me one way or the other, it was sort of like, at this time, this is what we're thinking. If you could, even if you have said, hey, I'm planning on playing, or my daughter's planning on playing volleyball, if you could let me know on that so I know that's still what you're thinking, I would greatly appreciate that. You can do that by emailing me. My email is gwolgast@holycrosslutheran.net, so you can email me. You can call the office and either let Mary know or have her put you in contact with me and do it that way as well. As is the norm, if your child is planning to participate, we will need a sports physical turned in from them before they're allowed to participate. I think most of the doctor's offices here in town have those forms. If not, we do have them available for you in the office. I have them up on the athletic bulletin board by the gym, and you can also download them from the State High School Activity Association website, which is kshsaa.org, and there's a side on the side that says forms, and underneath that there'll be the physical form that goes along with it. In addition to that, once we get a little closer to the season, there's another form that we'll be having students fill out, and that's basically have you had any of the symptoms that are associated with the virus, and if so, we'll need to get a release from the doctor's office that says nothing's wrong with you or nothing's wrong with your child. Along with that, just as one of the safety measures that the Activities Association is also putting forward, just as when students come to school, they'll have their temperatures taken. We will also be retaking temperatures and checking with them for any symptoms before they begin practice each day, and we'll keep track of that. And once again, if we see any signs and stuff and things like that, we'll take the appropriate responses to that as well. Also, if your child is maybe planning on being a part of Holy Cross, but taking classes remotely, they are welcome to participate in sports. You don't have to be actually coming to class every day. I know we have some students that are going to be here part of the time, not here part of the time. We have some of them that are planning to do it all remotely. Some of them, may start out one way and decide to switch to another. As long as you're enrolled in classes here and taking those classes, they are allowed to participate. Now, once again, our eligibility program will be in effect, but that'll be a ways down the line before that comes into play. So, if you could, like I said, big things that I'm needing is first off to let me know, yes, my son or daughter is planning to participate. getting the physical turned in before the first day of practices, that August 31st week. If we can get those turned in with that as well. And then finally, another thing that will be very needed this year is as much help as we can from you as a parent to help with practices and to help do maybe some cleaning and stuff at games, especially the volleyball matches that we have here. The extra cleaning that is involved, because we do have teams coming and going where we have a lot of that we're going to be needing some help. And so if you're able to help with that, that would be greatly appreciated if you could let me know that as well. And like I said, if you're able to help with practice, once again, we'd like to try to be able to keep kids spread out and doing things. And so the more people that we can have that can kind of be around with a set of kids, of 2 or 3 or 4 kids, and just keeping an eye on them, making sure that they're doing whatever it needs to be do. Also making sure that they're being safe in terms of how they're doing things. That would be grateful. You don't have to have any great coaching skills and stuff. You may never have done that before, but just to have another set of eyes out there, another set of people that can help and be able to do some things, that would be greatly appreciated by myself and our coaches as well. If you have any other questions, once again, feel free to contact me either the same way, either through my email, gwolgast@holycrosslutheran.net. Once again, you're welcome to call Mary up at the front desk and either leave a message for me or have her pass something on to me, and I'll get back to you that way as well. Like I said, we're looking forward to having a fall sports season here at Holy Cross. I think there's a lot of good that students get from participating in sports in a lot of different ways, but also, once again, we're going to have some unique things going on this year that we haven't had to deal with before. And so, once again, I understand completely if some of you would maybe this year want to wait and not have your child participate as well. Thank you for watching this. And once again, be sure to get a hold of me if there's any questions or anything I can do to help you out. Thank you.